up and I changed the game. You screaming? It's my big bronze boogie got all them girls shook. My big fat ass got all them boys cooked. We're from dollar bills, now we popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance. Like, hey, flexing on the ground. Like, it's the Lil Jon, okay. Oh yeah, we dripping and finesse and getting paid.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Woo. Yeah, I know we'll turn heads forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you off. When I walk around you,
and I still got my eyelashes.
baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blaming all my confidence, I'm blaming all your measurements. Shut the shit down on sight. That's right. Hey, I hit dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. I hit dripping in finesse. You know it, you know it. I hit dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. I hit dripping in finesse. You know it, you know it. Now slow it down for me, baby. 'Cause I love the way it feels when we grind. Connection so magnetic on the floor. Nothing can stop us tonight. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blaming all my confidence.
If you want to start, nigga, why you talking to me? Why you talking to me? If you don't have a beard, why are you here on this TV? Why are you talking to me? They stole my phone, but I still got my eyelash, bitch. Ow.
Alright, look. So, I got drunk. I partied. I got into a fight. Lost my phone. Got arrested. All before 9 p.m. Alright, the first day there. We all fly into the airport. We meet up. We get to the hotel. We start drinking immediately because that's what we do. Like, we don't waste no time. Okay, so we turn up. We get dressed to go out. We go to Bourbon Street. We start hitting all the bars. Everything like that. It's cool. Now, we was walking around trying to figure out, like, what bar we wanted to go to. But it was just one bar that we had walked past. And they was playing, like, some decent music. Now, it wasn't a whole lot of people in there or nothing like that. But we was like, we would prefer to have real good music than to be around a whole bunch of people. So we go in, right? Now, we get in there, it's 6 of us. As you can see from the video, it was 6 of us. Now, we get in there, you know, the music popping, we having a good time. So, the bartender is like this little stage area, like where we was dancing at. Like, I had the red hair, like I still have red hair. Ooh, because I like it a little bit. Okay, but I had the red curly hair, right? So, that was the little stage area that we was on. Like, that I'm going to keep referencing this whole time. So, just kind of keep that in mind. Now we get there, and the bartender is like, you know, is there any birthdays in the house? Blah, blah, blah. So we like, yeah, it's our friend's birthday. So Tay and Radiance, they go on stage, right? So the bartender is up there, and there's some guy up there, the guy who had on like the blue shirt, okay? So they go up there, they're like, yeah, it's your birthday. Like, they turn some music on, like, go ahead and dance, blah, blah, whatever. So Radiance dance on the dude, then Tay dancing, and then, like, it was just a real good time. So, I thought it was just me at first. But when we got there, like, you know, we was circulating, you know, we was mingling and mixing, and we kind of, like, slowly became the life of the party. And I just felt like it was these two girls who just was, like, trying to compete with us. Because it was like, every time we did something, they was trying to do something, like, to combat what we was doing. And at first, I was just like, okay, maybe they just, like, real drunk. Maybe, you know, like, I'm trying to get them the whole benefit of the doubt, right? I wasn't wrong, bro. I was not wrong at all. Because later on in the night, like, it got crazy. So, you know, they was on stage or whatever, and then they had got off, right? Now, I don't know how, I don't know, like, this is the part that's, like, blurry. Mind you, we had been drinking all night. But somehow, Gabby had ended up on stage, and she had ended up dancing with the guy. And I feel like that same guy that had that blue shirt on. I feel like, if I remember this correctly, I feel like Back That Ass Up came on. And all of us went on the stage and we just get to clowning. That was when you see me, like, hold on to the rail, like, swinging my hair. And Ty was doing like this. And we was all dancing and stuff like that. And then we had ended up, like, gassing Gabby up. Like, she was clowning. Like, you know, whatever. And then afterwards, like, the same dude in the blue shirt, like, she ended up dancing with him somehow. And then one of the girls that I'm like, okay, they trying to compete with us, she ends up coming on stage, right? So she called herself trying to, like, one up whatever Gabby did with this guy. Like, sis pulled her whole skirt up, dress up, like, everything. Like, and we was all just looking like, Like, in that video, the girl that had on, like, that turquoise thong and her butt cheeks was out, that was her, right? So, alright, cool. We all get off stage or whatever. You know, the night's still going good. We'd have been on stage, like, 2-3 times at this point. So, we, like, staged out, okay? Now, fast forward some. So, you know, night's going on. We dancing, you know, we start ballrooming. People are bringing us drinks. Like, the bartender, she love us. Like, it's more people starting to come into the bar. Like, when I tell y'all it was getting lit, right? So, now, at this part in the night, the bartender has, like, she's like, I need 6 ladies to come up on the stage. And she starts picking people from the crowd. So she like, you, like, now mind you, we'd already been on stage like 3-4 times. We good. It's time for somebody else to get up there and have some fun. So the bartender, she up there, she like, you, and the 2 girls, like, one was a black girl, and one was like a Mexican or like Latin, Spanish looking girl or whatever. So they was trying to go up on stage again, like, sis, come on, you've clowned enough. We saw your butt cheeks already. Come on. So the bartender does not pick them. So, instant attitude, like that, oh my God. And we're just standing off to the side laughing. Now, she had called these 6 girls up there because they was going to do like this group sing-off type thing where, like, people sing to the crowd. So, they had turned on, like, some Spice Girl song. And when I tell y'all, I wish I had the snaps from that because it was hilarious. Like, them 6 girls that she picked, they went up there and they did a good job. Like, they was entertaining the crowd. They was into it. They was, you know, they didn't know each other, but they was, like, you know, playing off of each other's energy. It was real good. So then she had got 6 guys to come up on stage and did the same thing. So, like, Backstreet Boys. Now, that was hilarious. Okay? So, now, after that's over with, they playing some, you know, songs or whatever. People drinking. They got bartenders coming around, like little shot girls coming around. Cool. Next thing I know, single ladies come on. So, I'm like, oh, yes. So, you know, everybody loves single ladies. Now, Gabby is, like, standing with the rest of us. We all, like, at the bottom, like, not on the stage. Like, we kind of was away from the stage some. But we was all, like, in close proximity to each other. So she get to doing the choreography for single ladies. So then the bartender sees her and she's like, yeah, come up here and do that. Come up here and do that. So Gabby go on stage. Cool. Now, I think some of them had stayed where they was at, but like, I remember me and Radiance going like closer to the stage. So when Gabby went up there, I stood at the bottom of the stage, like where the steps was at. And first of all, I'm really intoxicated. So I'm holding on to the railing because, one, I don't want to fall over and look a drunk fool, okay? But I'm finna sing along to this single lady song, and I'm gonna gas Gabby up while she on stage. That's what friends do. Okay, so Radiance is also standing next to me. So Gabby up there, she killing it, and I'm gassing her up. Yes, Gabby, yes, turn up, girl. Ooh, you know, typical drunk, turn up, gas your friends type stuff, right? So I'm holding on to this railing, and then I'm, you know, singing along. Now let's keep in mind, okay? Single Ladies is only 3 minutes and 19 seconds long. 3 minutes and 19 seconds long. Okay? Let's just keep that in mind. Now, I'm holding on to the railing. And I'm like, you know, dancing. I'm singing along, doing my little sway while Gabby on stage entertaining everybody. I'm standing there and I feel somebody walk past me, bump. I'm like, okay, you know, no big deal. We in a bar. We all drunk. Whatever. Couple seconds later, bump. That bump harder than the first bump. I'm like, we're in a bar. People are drinking. It's okay. Third bump. Boom. Like, these bumps are happening a little too close. And I'm just like, I wasn't paying attention because I'm focusing on Gabby. And my peripheral vision is shot because I am intoxicated. Not a big deal. So, by the third bump, I turn around this way to see who's walking past me so that I can figure out who the hell is bumping me. It's the black girl that was with the Latin girl, Spanish girl, whatever she was. And I'm like, okay. Noted. Like 10 more seconds go by, 15 more seconds go by, bump again. I'm like, okay. Key, don't turn up in this bar. We having a good time. Don't ruin the fun. Noted. Bump again. A few minutes. Like, okay, at this point, you finna piss me off. So I'm just ignoring it. I'm ignoring it. Then the girl comes up to me, taps me hard as hell. Like, I turn around and I look. And she like, excuse me, I'm trying to get on stage. Girl! No, we're not doing that. So I gracefully turn around, even in all of my intoxicated and drunkenness. I turn around and I say, it's Gabby time right now. We're not doing that. But when she's done, then you can go on stage. And I turn back around. Like, sis, you're not finna ruin our fucking night. Okay? So then, you know, a few more moments go by. And I see this girl kind of like walking towards the door that's like on the side to like, seems like she's leaving. So I'm in my mind, I'm like, whoo, okay, cool. Yes, good job. Because people who know me know that I have a very bad temper. So sometimes, or that I've had a history of having a bad temper. And from me working on it, it worked. Okay, so cool. Now, it's about the end of the song. This part, you know, we finna go down and all of that, right? That's my favorite part of that song. Now, I'm dancing with Gabby. She's she's killing it, okay? Killing it. So I'm with her. What the fuck? Man? I'm uh-ohing like this from the bottom of the stage, and I see I'm this way, like with her, because Gabby's uh-ohing this way. And I see a fucking cup. Like. And immediately my mind just switched to like some First 48, like, CSI Miami type shit, like, follow the trajectory. So I'm looking like, okay, the cup is here. Where is it coming from? I'm like, Gabby, move. Gabby, scoots over. The cup hits the ground, and as I'm looking over, I see an arm up like this, like balling type shit, like. And I look, and it's the white t-shirt of the black girl that had that wig on, that was with that Spanish girl. And at that point, like, the cup was coming, like, it. I don't know if it was because I was drunk, or if it wasn't, or if it was, but the cup was coming in my direction. That's how because you ain't had no negative encounters with anybody else but me. So, at that point, like, my mind just was like, we had enough, go get her. So, me and Radiance, pew, we take off, right? Now, we run over there. Security is at the door. She see us coming. She turn around and she try to swing. Oh, sis. Wrong move. Okay. So, we over there, and security is like in between us. Me and Radiance, we trying to blow through security. I mean, we trying to get through security to get out, to get to this girl. Because by this time, they had already pushed her outside. And they was standing like right in the doorway. And we're still inside of the bar. We trying to get through, and all I know is it was just like something just took over me, and I just got this super strength for like 4 seconds, and I just started boom, boom, like through security. Like, I was slinging them, like, I don't know what happened, but they was just mysteriously moving. I don't know if it was me and Radiance together, but then I heard another security guard like, hey man, just let them go, let them go. He let us go. I go outside. Like, as soon as I get outside of the door, I see this girl, and she was like, right here, like off to the side. So I come outside, I go around this way, I see her, I just run up to her and grab her by her neck and just start punching her in her face. Like, we started fighting. Like, it was what it was. It wasn't no jumping, it wasn't no none of that. Radiance was right there, and we get to fighting. I'm just punching her. I just remember kept calling her a bitch. Like, bitch. Like, I'm just punching her. And for those of y'all who know me, when I fight, I don't do all of that hair pulling. I don't do all of that, like, no. If I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna fight you straight up. It's gonna be all face shots, all body shots. Like, that's it. I'm not finna try to drag you, pull nothing over your head, cover up. No, I'm fighting you square up. All I know is, sis grabbed my hair. After that, it was a wrap. Like, if you grab my hair, I'm gonna grab your hair. She had a whole wig on. She grabbed my hair, like, I had some big red curls, of course. She tries to grab, like, right here. She's grabbing all curl. Like, you're not grabbing no scalp, nothing. She grabbed my hair, and she, like, pulls me this way. So, at that point, my self-defense classes kick in, and I'm like, don't go against the force, go with it. She wasn't expecting that. She grabbed my hair, we go this way, I go with her. Boop, boop. Boot, like, as we're going this way, I'm still swinging on her, hitting her. And I didn't feel, like, I knew she was swinging. I didn't feel no hits, like, nothing. I don't know if it's because of my adrenaline, because I was drinking, or because she really just didn't have no type of fucking aim, and sis was not hitting me at all. Like, I didn't feel nothing. The crazy part of all of this is that I had my phone in my hand the whole time while I was punching her, because I'm right hand dominant. So, my phone was in my hand, and I'm still punching this girl. Like, my phone, this is the size of my phone. I don't know how in the hell I was holding this phone and punching this girl at the same time. Because I remember the exact moment that I let my phone go to punch her harder. So, either I was punching her and hitting her with the phone, or I was hitting her, and, like, I don't know how, like, I could have been holding my phone like this, and I could have been punching her like this. Like, I still have yet to figure that out. Kind of don't care. But anywho, she pulls me. I go with the force. Boop, boop, boop. Tearing her shit up, right? Now, we was fighting on the concrete. Like, on the sidewalk. And it's like, this is the sidewalk. And this is the curb. And this is the street. So, it's like, maybe like this much space in between, like, where the sidewalk height is and where the street is. So, when we was going this way, we both tripped. Boom. We on the ground. Okay. So, I'm still punching her. And all I know is my drunk mind was like, punch her harder, let go of the phone. So I let my phone go, and my phone fell like right where my body was at, because I was completely sideways on the ground. Like, and I'm hitting her. And I dropped my phone, and I was like, somebody grab my fucking phone. Get my phone. Now, I'm thinking that Radiance was the one who reached down to pick my phone up. No, it wasn't Radiance. It was some dude, but I didn't know that until later. So I'm punching this girl. Next thing I know, like 2 seconds later, all I hear is, hey man, break that shit up. The cops coming. Y'all gotta get up out of here. I ain't care because I'm still swinging. Like, I'm still punching her. Like, I can feel my hand, like, my fist, like, making contact because I'm hitting, like, all type of bones, all of that. Like, I can feel it. So I'm like, all right, keep going. So I felt them, like, grabbing to pick me up, and I was holding her hair with this hand, and I just used the other hand to stop punching her and grab some more of her hair on the other side of her head. And when they stood me up, whoop, I stood her up with me. And once they stood me up, my hair was out of my face because she couldn't hold me no more. She couldn't hold my hair no more. I just kept on punching her. Like, I'm holding her hair. I'm punching her. Like, I'm still going because if I don't see no blood, we're not done. So, all I know is I'm still punching this girl. People screaming like, let her go. I'm still swinging. I did not care. Still swinging. Next thing I know, like, I see Taylor get directly behind this girl's head. So it was like she could look me in my eyes and she just yelled at me like, Key, let her go. So I let her go. Now the guy that was holding me, he turns me around so that my back is to the like crowd, like the girl and my friends and everything, because by that time everybody else had already came outside and people was watching this fight. So he's like, you gotta calm down. He's like yelling at me and stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm calm. All right, you can put me down. He's like, you gonna calm down for him? I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. See? All I know is I turn around and I see like people dispersing and everything like that. So he put me down. I start scanning the crowd immediately looking for this girl because I'm not done. Like, I didn't see no blood, so I wasn't done. So I just get to scanning the crowd. I'm like, nope. Boop. There she go right there. She was trying to walk away like ain't nothing happened. And she was with her friend, the girl who had put her dress up. All I know is I just took off running and I ran up on her. When I tell y'all, I tried to like one hit or quit of her shit, like on some haymaker, like V for Vendetta type shit. I just ran up and was like, boom, bitch. And she fell. Now in my mind, I had already had like 20 combos of how I was about to fuck this girl up. It ain't work out like that though, because when I swung, I was like, boop, this arm went this way, this arm went backwards, and next thing I know, all I felt was boom, click, and I turned around, and it was a cop, bro. He was putting the cuffs on me, right? So he immediately, like, pushes me over to this, like, the side of this building or whatever, and he's like, you can't just be out here starting fights. He's, like, yelling at me and shit, like, while he trying to put my other arm in the cuffs, and he's, like, pushing me up against the wall and, like, being rough with me, and all I know is, I just turned around like, hey, bro, you don't gotta be that rough with me. I'm not finna run from you, and I'm not finna give you a hard time, but stop manhandling me. And he was just like, he pushed me up against the wall and he was like, you can't be out here starting fights. I said, no, she started it and I finished it. And then so by that time, Gabby had ran over there and she like, whoa, hold on, wait, what's going on? And I'm like, would you tell him that I was defending myself because she started it? And she like, yeah. And he's like, I think, I don't know if it was me or Gabby. I was like, but you need to arrest her too if you're going to arrest me. Like, I ain't going down by myself. So he like, where is she? Who is she? So we stepped from off of the side of this building. And I'm like, that girl right there in that white shirt. So he like heard us walking with that girl that got on that so-and-so dress. And we like, yup. So by this time, he already had the cuffs on both of my hands. So he just grabbed the middle of the cuffs and he walked us down there like, all right, you coming with us too. So the girl starts going off. Now, by this time, when I tell y'all, I had sobered up some. The girl had her wig in her hand. Okay? She had her wig in her hand. Like, it was a whole show. Like, it was a mess. So, she's yelling and screaming and going off the whole time. Like, he's put her in the cuffs. She yelling and screaming and all of that stuff. I'm convinced that her friend left her. Because now that I think about it, even when we got down to the other end of the street, I don't remember seeing her friend standing over there with her. But all 5 of my friends was with me. We don't do that. So We walking or whatever, the girl is going off. She's like, you need to stop being rough with me. She's essentially saying the same things that I said to him, but I said it in a way that it was like more isolated. It was just me and him. She's yelling and screaming and going up down the street, so he not paying her no type of attention. But while we was walking, he was like, am I holding you too tight? And I was like, yeah, you are being a little bit, like, you being a little rough. And so he was like, my bad. So he loosened up on me, but he tightened his grip on her because she was just going crazy. We get down to the other end, and it was like the other cops had showed up by then, and they like, he like, what? He like, what took y'all so long? He like, they like, you got it. So he sat me off to the side with like 3 cops, and he told them, he's like, man, take her over there and find out what happened. So I'm talking to the 3 cops or whatever. He goes to his partner so they could, like, I guess get some paperwork started. And so the 3 cops that was standing over there with me, they asked me like, what happened? Now, me and Gabby are still together at this point. I'm like, Gabby, bro, can you help me pull my pants up? Like, I'm in handcuffs. I had on overalls. So she's trying to, like, pull my pants up and everything. So I get to telling the cops what happened. And they like, well, you a good one. Because she would have had one time to bump me and it would have been over with. Oh, okay, so I'm not crazy. All right, cool. So we get to talking and stuff. Now, these cops are hilarious. Like, we just having, like, a regular conversation. Mind you, I'm clearly still intoxicated. And he was like, you just got done fighting? And I was like, yeah. They was like, you don't even look like it. I'm like, what you mean? He like, you don't have no scrapes, no cuts, no nothing. Your clothes really don't look dirty. He was like, I mean, you got this one piece of fuzzy hair right there, right? He was like, wait, you got a replacement, right? That's your hair? And I said, no, it's a crochet. He was like, so it's fake? I said, yes. He like, oh, yeah, well, you got a replacement, right? I swear to God, that was like one of the funniest things. But the cops was like real cool. So then this other cop comes up to us and he like, do you got a local address? And I'm like, nah, why? He like, because if you don't have a local address, then we gonna have to take you in and send you a summons to come back to go to court for this. Me and Gabby looked at each other like, oh, don't worry about it. We'll get a local address. Now, we had met these guys, and they was trying to talk to us. So, we had got their numbers. Now, my phone is gone. That's I don't know where it's at. But Gabby got on her phone because some dudes were trying to talk to her, too. So, she texts one of them like, hey, we need a local address and fast. He texts us back in less than a minute with like 3 different addresses. So, Gabby goes to the police officer like, hey, we got a local address. Here you go. So, she give him the address. Now, another police officer come up and be like, is it anybody who can, the first one who had, like, arrested me and stuff. He come up and he like, is it anybody who can, you know, basically back up what you telling us? And we like, I'm like, yeah, I got 5 friends over here. He like, nah, they really don't count because they biased. So, is it anybody else that we could talk to that could tell us what happened? So I'm like, yeah. I talked to one of my other friends. I'm like, hey, take this cop down there to the bar or whatever. The bartender, the red dress, ask her what happened. Let him know everything. Now, this whole time, the girl is off to the side. She's like going off. She's still screaming and hollering and everything like that. Like a few minutes later, the cop that went down there to find out what happened, he comes back and he like, her ass started all of this shit. And I was just like, all right. Now, fast forward some. So, the cop ends up letting me go. And, you know, he was like, I still need to get your information down so I can put you down as a victim. Blah, 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 blah. She's going to jail. All of this other stuff like that. So, me and Gabby, we look at each other like, yes. And out the jam. And then, like, next thing I know, they was like, oh, and call an ambulance for her because she's requesting an ambulance. Like, you know, whatever. So, homegirl left handcuffed and in an ambulance, and we got in an Uber and went back to our hotel. So, yeah. Now, after that, I spent the rest of my trip in New Orleans, like, with no phone, none of that. Now, when we got back to the hotel, like, I didn't have no bruises, I ain't had none of that, like, I ain't had, like, my clothes wasn't messed up, and I thought my clothes would have at least been ripped, like, dirty. No, like, I had a little bit of dirt on this side of my arm from when I fell in the street because the street was dirty, but that was about it. Like, she didn't tear my clothes up, she didn't mess my hair up, but then the next day when I woke up, like, the inside of my lip, like, right here, I don't know if I hit myself or if she hit me, but, like, I had, like, skin that was, like, tore up right here from, like, my teeth. Like, you know how when you hit your mouth on something and your teeth go into your skin and they like make a little line right there. I hit that, and then I was a little bit sore right here. Like it was tender to the touch or whatever for like a couple days, but that was about it. I had a baby scratch right here, but it was so light. Like I literally had to be in the mirror like that close in order to see it. But yeah, so the shitty part that happened after that was that I went to the Sprint store. I'm like, okay, cool, I need a phone. I had to call and make a claim. Made a claim. Okay, cool, you should have your phone delivered to your house on Tuesday. Okay, cool, Tuesday comes, no phone. So I called Sprint like, hey, what's going on? Well, we have to get put me on the phone with a manager. So I get my phone like a couple days after, next day my phone, after I had spoke to a manager, he lifted all the restrictions or whatever that they had on there, and I get this new phone. All right, cool. Now, I was just mostly sad because, yeah, I can replace a phone, but it was the stuff that was in it. Like, all the voicemails from my grandfather was in there, like, pictures, like, I just had a lot of, like, priceless stuff that was in there. So, whatever. But it wasn't no point in me like being sad or mad over it, because I wasn't gonna be able to get that stuff back. Like, I still had other stuff that was saved, like on my Snapchat, on my iPad, like on my MacBook and stuff like that. So I wasn't too upset, but it was just the fact like, oh my gosh, now I gotta try to get everything back. Now I get this new phone, less than 2 weeks, the screen cracks. So I go to the repair store where they can fix my phone right there, and I can walk out with a fixed screen. Oh, we don't have the parts to your phone. All right. So now a freaking few more weeks without me having this phone. It cost me $200 to get the replacement phone. Then it cost me another $100 to get my screen fixed, because they had to send it off to Samsung in order to get my part, because they didn't have it. Then they bring me my phone back, and it's not even the same color. Like, I ordered the like purplish, grayish looking one, and they sent me back this black phone with this part still purple and the finger scan part on the back still purple, and everything else is black. And I'm just like, bruh. But I mean, it is what it is at this point. Like, I'd rather just have a phone than not. So yeah, that's what happened in New Orleans. It was a grand time, but yeah, womp, womp, womp. But I had a good time. If you like this story time, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Tell your friends, share it with somebody. I hope this was entertaining. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out.